Today we're going to talk about something. It's not going to be popular at all. We'll talk about pedophilia and the normalization of a lot of different dudes having attractions to younger generations of kids and people and stuff like that, and telling you that it's not normal. And making it normalized or giving it a certain kind of stereotypical mental illness is more of an understatement than it is a actual anything. So this is weird too, is because a lot of times these series bring up these actual happenings, these little things to make jokes out of different things, to be able to catch people and get them to basically out themselves as a lolly hunter. See how like certain hentai and stuff like that, of like different characters that have been around for a while that don't have older versions of themselves. So it's not like I'm watching something that's about 20 years old sometimes, and in some ways it's like you really need to understand that like it's okay, you know that character never did those things for you. That character never fully gave you the resources and the willpower to want to talk to a girl. And understand that, yes, sex is sex, and realizing that normalizing sex in those characters is a good thing. But that's the reason why I think that a lot of people don't really understand the stories between certain characters and certain people, because all of those things, all of those characters, all their anger, their frustration, their everything like that, it basically kind of like is normalized to have that much anger. It's just weird that the people don't. So there are a lot of times where people don't understand what I'm going through, what I'm thinking about when I say So if I can kill the white ninja in 2 turns, he's chill if he can't do it. And then I'm going to give him shocking and confusion. Hopefully he throws his ninja stars at the other guy. So a lot of times people normalize these little these little hero-esque mentalities in certain kids and stuff like that. And these things also happen to make kids believe that there's a source of wrong and right in the world, and then their worldview is fucked up. It's super fucked up. All right, there we go, and then do this. Now I shall end him. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give some. Nope, wait. I'm just gonna wait and turn. There are a lot of times where people believe that there is some sort of like old, like really fucking ingrained kind of like child pedophilic nature, and that's where all this kind of like it's like lore comes from. They believe in sort of occultist views and stuff like that, and have occultist views, and they either force people to. Alright, so let's see what's in here. Let's go haywire. Yep, shoving it up kid's ass. It's killing those hamsters. That's all they're doing. Just murdering hamsters on the daily. Eye patch. Let's see. This goes. This goes to the roof probably. Nuclear vessel recipe. Space Tech Alien phrase book. So
sorry, can't talk right now. That was violation of the right direction. Another something. All right.
So we get a ways actually. All right.
Okay, you better follow me back.
So a lot of times people don't really understand where the whole point of see, I'm trying to get that vessel of poopy, I guess. Radiation test. What the fuck is that? I'm dead. Alright, so what I gotta do is I gotta open this One Show Crunch Boy. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna so this is what happens is a lot of different TV and everything normalizes certain different things. And they normalize different stuff, basically, like this stuff and everything like that, to try to find out who is doing the fucked up shit, who is deciding to move into these realms of like forebodingness, and what people don't really understand about the whole process of them actually even being attracted to children is. It's just a fucked up, it's real fucked up. That's all I'm saying. It's real. The point is that a lot of reasons why people don't really think or really know, like, why these people are all in jail and oh my god, it's mass slavery and everyone's gonna die, blah, 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 all that different stuff. A lot of times in New Orleans there were certain dudes that were very bad, and people who supported them were very mean. They did some terrible shit, I guess, And not a lot of people knew that. And I think that people didn't really understand where it actually even, like, what actually really happened, I guess. There were a lot of mob bosses and people who would use. There are a lot of people who would use reasons to use these guys who with they would have reasons to use these people who were they thought were pedophiles, basically, and they very much were, and they would use them for blackmail, or they would use them to blackmail them, or something like that. I'm telling you that these are jokes that normalize the sexualization of children, but understanding that yes, kids do have sexual thoughts, and that is something that is good to make fun of, but it's also understandably really kind of progressive, I guess, of this actual game, of understanding the amount of actual hurdles there are to get over as a child and as a person who has no rights in the United States, as an individual that has no right to not go to school or to be educated. People don't think that they're like, oh my god, they're like it's a mess, suicidal, crazy. There we go. The fucked up part about it is that it's real. It's absolutely real. It's always been real. And the real part is that there are tons of reasons why people need to be more educated about the amount of monsters that are out there that do terrible, terrible things to children. And the realization of the fact is that there needs to not only be a registry of people, but there needs to be a real look into people's psyche about the reason for it, and understand that no, it's not good, or even sexuality. It's an actual perversion of reality, of the actual real people that are constantly victimized, and children being one of them, a lot of them being women, so, or little girls. And I think the reason why people don't understand, I think the reason why people don't understand where it comes from, or where they think it is, like, the reason why they don't think it is because they don't know that it comes from somewhere. It comes from absolutely somewhere. It comes from efforts of war. It comes from understanding or realizing that everything could go wrong at any moment. To realize that yes, you have to find a mate and find it fast. And understand that no, a lot of people did not wait until women were old enough to be able to think for themselves. And no, they didn't want to wait until a woman was old enough to think for herself, because she'd make a choice to be able to do something different. So that's the reason why a lot of people, they often went for the younger sex, or the younger person who was a little bit less apprehensive about every single little thing, about men doing different stuff. And I'm gonna meet Professor Chaos at the bank, so I'm gonna go to Main Street. The reason why is because people don't realize it's in times of war that their true nature comes out, and their true notions about what they believe and everything that they believe, or whether or not they'll take every single part of that belief and then turn it into something else just to suit them. And that's the real reason why a lot of people, not just nostalgia or something like that, a nostalgia that doesn't exist. And the real reason why a lot of people...
Over here. See? He's right here. Thanks for coming, you kid.
All right, so this is the person you wish to have outside for you?
That's correct.
All right, well, what we can do is set up an LLC for you, which we can use to fund a money market account co-signed by your friend here, whose house we can put a lien on to an overseas investment being got.
What's good?
Your friend's house, it's got. Owned by a
company in Hong Kong. Thank you, have a nice day.
This is actually very immediately true in other countries, as they are...
Yeah, you're not too good at this economic stuff, huh?
Perhaps you're
Perhaps
busy
you're
today.
rich today.
Yeah, you bet, you kid.
Round and round she goes, where she stops, nobody knows.
All right, kid, try your luck.
Try to look at the spin of wheel, gain bonus to earn money, and move up in economic class without going bankrupt.
How's the hell, pressing stops only a random number generated of? In your class advancement goal, rise to the next economic level, but go bankrupt, your level will drop.
Press to stop. Press to stop, no whammies.
That means you earn the market manipulation bonus. If you use this before spin, you can instantly stop the spin whenever you want.
There have been a lot of different kinds of investments, and
We got a bonus in play. And you've done it!
okay.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. These children just got a loan for over $80,000 to pay every worker their salaries. You can be a winner too. Just keep on trying, people. Here's your check-in.
Gee whiz, thanks a lot, you kid. Don't really drink it.
The reason why there are a lot of different people that certainly believe that that America and all of it. See, it's like this. It's like all this stuff. You see this normalization and shit. It's just like, oh, God damn it. Let me pause it. But hold on 1 second. Hello. No, I got it. The Hickman did do it. I'm kind of not really liking Hickman that much anymore. He's kind of like. No, I already got cigarettes. I walked up there and got them for her. Yeah, I took care of it. Yeah, no problem. All right, okay. Bye. So that's the reason why I don't. A lot of times people manipulate.
Those damn kids that pay immigrant workers. Yeah, they got a loan to pay their wages. You know what that means? They took our jobs. They took our needs. They took our needs. Wait a minute. I thought they were bad because of their gender choice, sexuality and stuff. No, that's on those other guys. We just want our jobs. Wait, well, let's get your job and make fun of them for their former self-identification.
Jabs. Okay, let's see if we can manipulate some way to
Come
fight.
on, boys. Let's show them some vegans made in America.
Speaking of vegans,
He took our million girls. He took our marriages.
So he lasts 4 turns. It's stupid to think that time exists in anyone's part. So a lot of times people don't realize where it actually comes from. That's where it actually comes from. The reason of wartime, assholes who were just terrible at their jobs and terrible at everything they did, they thought that they could manipulate a child into believing that they were the world's gift. And that is where it actually comes from. It is actually literally from wartime. And people don't understand it's from wartime. They don't understand that it's just really bad. It's extremely bad. And what people should really understand is there's not a lot of people that are able to facilitate those things. And also those things are very bad. And a reason why it was from wartime, the reason why people don't know why it's from wartime, don't know that it's from wartime, they just think that somehow because there are a lot of kids. And this is the reason why they're the reason why it's from wartime wasn't because of certain people that were let me take my handy dandy healing knife. The healing knife is back. There you go. And hitting that L button, motherfucker. I'm gonna go this way and then yeah, there we go. We're hitting all these motherfuckers. So they're all dead, and then all I have to do is just take this dude out now. And now I gotta... He'll last for 1 turn anyway, so it doesn't matter. So. And then so yeah, that is the reason why there's a lot of things, and the reason why is because when wartime there were kids and people that were left to their own devices. There were not, it's not the fact of people going out and having war and all those other different things. It's the mentality that things aren't going to work out. It's not from soldiers or anything like that. It's from the generation that was raised by soldiers who weren't there most of the time. The reason why a lot of people believe that and think that there is some way to realize that, like, there were certain people who believed in different things, and then technology made it easier for those people to get access to those things that they so needed or wanted to get to. But it came too late, and the reason why it came too late is because there were a lot of racist assholes. There are a lot of people who didn't give a shit about someone's mentality, their respect level, or anything like that. They didn't give a shit about anything, and so there are a lot of times in certain places and with certain people who basically, what's the word? they kind of, yeah, like that's the reason kind of like why technology was not introduced very easily or something like that. It was just, and then we're gonna go right here and we're gonna pause it, and then just take the key.
That was yours, wasn't it, you kid?
The reason why a lot of people are stupid and think that this like video game has any merit as far as like powers go.
It's Christmas weekend. It's easy. Go raise someone else's property value. Have a fun fight.
Let's have a bum fight.
Here we go again. On. Here it comes.
So I have the initiative. Let's go with circle and let's freeze the one dude that I think is probably going to be the archer, I guess. And then I immediately use it because it's like it'll stop. So he's burrowed out, gets constant damage, and then Tweak comes around and then starts to, I think I'm gonna make this guy do it because that other guy really it doesn't really matter. It's just the two guys in the middle that I think are like either there's a bruiser and there's an archer that's a really good. Then I'm gonna take, yeah, the bruiser's like. Alright, so there we go. And then I'm going to put a minion right there so they can get damage. So they can actually. Alright, so. Okay, and I'm going to put a turret right here. So the closer they get, and I'm gonna back my dudes out. So I'll back my dude right here, and then take him with knives. So one of them's knocked down. He's bleeding. So we'll back him up. I'm gonna do. And then that dude's right there. I'm going to do shocking damage on both of them. My ultimate's ready, so I'm probably going to take them all out with the next character. So, alright, so I'm going to press L1 because my healing knife, and then, alright. So I'm gonna go right here, I guess probably right here, I guess maybe. And I'm gonna take out these two dudes that have, I actually want to take out this guy that's. A lot of times people don't really get where this like behavior comes from. They don't think that they're like and then let's see where we're going. We're gonna go tornado maybe, or just switch spots I guess. I think with someone. And I'm gonna move the Mexican dude if I can't move to do something. put down, let's see here. Bums out of the park. Use syringe. 39 biohazard. So there are a lot of times where people just don't know where this behavior comes from, where they think it comes from, and that's what I'm telling you it was. It's actually from. It's actually from people don't really know why it's from there. It's because of kids that weren't raised by their parents, that weren't taught right from wrong or anything like those things, and they were left to their own devices. They were out. Alright, so there are a lot of times where I just really get frustrated with certain people's behavior, and I realize that there are a lot of terms and a lot of places and a lot of times where people didn't know they were abused. They don't know that they were taken advantage of, that their lives were put in danger. And a lot of times they didn't know that even the people that they loved, the people that they even revered and looked up to, completely and utterly abused them and used them for whatever that kind of thing they wanted to use them for. And in some cases, I don't want to name any names, obviously, because if I were to do that, then people would understand me to have always been around, always been around certain people who were abusers, and they thought that maybe I idolized them in some way, shape, or form, and I didn't. I wanted to murder them. I wanted to kill them so that they could, in turn, have better lives. And the reason why I think that people didn't realize where that stuff was coming from, they didn't realize where all those people were doing things. They didn't realize when they were doing things, they were kind of, what's the word? They're just being really shitty people, I guess. They're just being really shitty people. It's hard to tell someone that they were the victim of abuse and that their entire family basically normalized it, and the fact is that it's one of your best friends you can never talk to anymore because of the fact that you didn't want to tell her that she was abused. You didn't want to stop it from, and that's where the situation that I'm in right now. This is a situation that I was in since the beginning of our friendship. And the fact that I wanted to tell her, but I thought that by telling her, the fucked up part about the whole thing is that we don't talk because I called her an idiot. I called her a stupid person for not realizing the abuse that she went through and the realization of, that's the reason why she was hypersexual in her young years as well. It's because of her dad abusing her when she was a child. And also, in many ways, showing himself to her. And that was like the worst part, I guess, that I couldn't acknowledge. I could not acknowledge because she was just so oblivious to it. And she thought that somehow she would get away with it. And then she showed me how suicidal and how crazy she was. And I couldn't do anything about it because the damage was already done. Like, the thing that made her feel as though she could not live on or do anything more is because she knew she was abused, and she knew all the situations of the situation. She knew that it wasn't normal. She saw the people, and she was very, very very serious all the time when we were in high school, and she was she was very like literal. Like every single thing had to be literal to her. Like if somebody was making fun of her, she had to make fun of somebody on the basis of fact. So you can't just like make up a word and then make fun of somebody else because they're making fun of you. You have to use the bullshit that's like that you've learned and normalized because of your abuse. And yeah, and the reason why is because she didn't understand. She didn't understand that she was fucked up in the head, and she thought that I was fucked up in the head. I was just a little 5-year-old that was perverted and stupid and dumb, and I was a dumbass. And I liked her, and she didn't like me back, so I threw dirt at her. And hopefully she knows who she is, and I know who she is, but no one else does, and that's good. So if she ever feels like leaving her situation or understanding that she was abused by the person who she loves the most, and I don't know, just jar of life. So I've understood that's a little reason, though. A lot of times people think that there are certain reasons why people do different things and actually like it's really hard for me to tell someone that they've been abused. It's really hard for me to tell someone that they've been taken advantage of and that everything that they believe is a lie. And sometimes someone, when they don't acknowledge their pain, they turn out to be better people. They don't acknowledge their pain, they turn out to realize that the therapy, quietly, in their own mind, can help them. And that's the reason why they're helped to begin with. And normalizing that, or saying that in their own mind, they have to come to it on their own terms. And that's why a lot of people don't realize, is that's kind of like racism and the same thing too, is people don't understand that that normalizing a certain amount of inclusion in someone's life, or realizing that yes, someone can be respected even if they're not the same color as you, is the best medicine, I guess, is understanding that yes, everything takes time, and every single little thing that you think is happening, it's not happening. It's just in your head, and you realize that there are possibilities for something that might happen, but they're not a probability. So realize that is the reason for the reason why people don't understand those things, or they keep normalizing their fear, their pain, their shame, everything, all of it. They keep on normalizing those things and get angry around everyone else, and then use them, and then get into a certain relationship with the person they find to be more like what's the word? The more they find out that their pain isn't normal, that the more they find out that there's a way out, and then that way out is a career, or the way out is a job, or the way out is a marriage, and then sometimes they don't realize that they're still being used. They're still being what's the word? Abused and used for different things. And some people realize it. Some people understand it, and they try to break it, they try to ruin it, they try to go past it or anything like that, and they realize they can't until they acknowledge it and realize that that's the reason why they feel the way they feel. And like people just think that life is a certain way. That's where they get it. They get the whole thing where every man is just terrible and shitty, and that's the reason why, is because that's the reason why they don't have a choice to go with another dude. And that's where I don't like the whole black and white thing, because people want to understand and normalize certain colors for people. They don't want to normalize the fact that because of them being on such opposite spectrums, because of everyone normalizing the fact that we are on opposite spectrums instead of the same one, then there are a lot of more women that decide to never. There are a lot more women that decide to never. There are a lot more women that decide that they don't want to. They don't want to to go out there and find themselves. They don't want to go out there and find out what their actual fears are, or their actual things, or anything like that. They get afraid of the actual world and the possibility or the probability of something happening that's not nice, or that's not good. So, veal roll-ups. What? And that's what I think that people don't really understand is like, they don't get the fact that normalizing that pain and suffering, and normalizing that pain and understanding certain different things to be wrong, the real reason for that pain and that suffering is because they normalize someone abusing them. They normalize someone abusing them, and they don't realize the world isn't like that. People aren't like that normally. The reason why a lot of people that went to war and understand that they went to war, they have kids that are left to their own devices, and people who feel as though they've never had or understood a childhood.
Dorothy, come play with us, big kid.
Eat it. It takes away so much damage too. It's so awesome.
Good news for these.
He's dead. So there we go. So.
I can't say no stick for the ass. Hey, don't take your medicine for these.
So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get closer. So what should I do? I should confuse him, I guess, to throw that bit. Hopefully he's confused, and hopefully and then I'm gonna put a turret, I guess, somewhere down the way. I want to put a turret there, but I'm blocked. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna switch places, I guess. So I'm gonna put a turret somewhere, or maybe I should do the tornado right here. There we go, knocked him back, so he won't be able to put us there. So I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna throw these knives at him. But I think he's gonna, let's see if I can actually make, I'm gonna do someone else's damage. There we go. Killed him. That was doing the water, the fist pistol one.
I choose you. Take that for me.
So we go with healing, I guess, and there we go. So that's the reason why there were a lot of kids that decided that they were raised by racist motherfuckers or stupid assholes that normalized their own feelings and didn't give a shit about anybody else. Raised by Uncle Dan, basically. Raised by Uncle Dan. So, okay, so what I should do is I should put down one of my dudes, I guess, to normalize damage. And then I should put him in the things where they have to move back to get to him. So. It's really cool that we go right here. ready, so I'm gonna get these missiles out. Take out my handy dandy healing knife. The reason why I don't like this certain person who did this normalization of terrible, terrible things is because he himself does not realize, or he probably realizes, but doesn't understand the due course that his mind went through and the reason why he actually did that. And that's what I'm trying to basically understand and realize is, and also understand why he's been put in so many different situations to succeed when he's been such a shitty, shitty person. And I think that a lot of times people do that to like normalize stuff. They do that to like make people think that there's like some sort of world out there that's just like they can't understand possibly what's going on through these guys' heads. And that's the reason why, is because it's really shitty and it's really dumb. And I don't really like people who do that. They think that they're... He's healing everybody, so I'm gonna murder him. I'm grossed out, but... And then he's gonna go... So... And then I'm gonna get him to heal. Circle. It pisses me off when people don't realize what the whole point of me trying to like... The whole point of me trying to realize this whole situation and understand whether these guys really decided on making this whole thing normalized or just really didn't understand what he was doing, how he was doing it. Whether it's a conspiracy of 4 or 5 different people, or whether it's a conspiracy of like 4 or 5 different people, or if it's just a standalone thing. Let's switch places with somebody and heal them. I'm gonna go with, or not heal them, but, and then I'm gonna go with triangle, and I'm gonna kill hopefully one of them, I guess. Maybe this one, I guess. No, this one doesn't do damage to that one, so I'm gonna do X. I'm just glad that he's not an archer anymore, and I'm gonna get one of my other friends to. Let's go with L1. So, handed Eddie healing knife. And she really thinks that I'm not friends with her anymore. She thinks that that I never was friends with her, that I was just trying to fuck her. And I was like, no, I wasn't trying to fuck you, is because I just wasn't attracted to your abuse. I wasn't attracted to the person who you were because of your abuse and the fact that I felt sorry for you and always felt sorry for you and hopefully thought that you would normalize something else and not abuse. But she decided to have sex with a perverted kid, and they had some babies, and he is still perverted to this day. And I know that fact because he tried to that same dude who she is married to decidedly tried to hit on one of my sister's friends, and in a weird, very weird way, and extremely weird. Hence the reason we'll be calling her an idiot later on down the line, and understanding her to be completely inept about what abuses are and what people use them for or use children for in their abuse. And they just want people who are powerful, people who have their lives going for them. They don't realize that those people are fucked up in the head sometimes, and that's the reason why they actually are able to be like honorable in some ways, and then they would understand them to be completely honorable, but they have deep, dark secrets that people don't really want to find out about, and no one ever looks that deep sometimes. They really don't understand that if you don't look deep into someone's actual past or their place of things. I have done so many things like that are stupid. How's it going, a person who is a witness to this person that I'm talking about right now, who was regularly abused when she was younger, and regularly what's the word? It wasn't regularly abused. She was more shown certain things that people young girls shouldn't see on a regular basis. You know, like shouldn't see a man walking around with his dick out, and it sucks. It really does suck. And the reasons why I don't talk to her or hang out with her anymore is because of that reason. It's not because of any other reason. It's because the reason why I don't acknowledge her when I see her at the store is because I'm afraid for her life. And because if a dude that abuses and neglects and tells his children that it's normal to walk around naked around them, with not really naked but just his robe open, then that's kind of the normalizing of abuse that she finds in other people that she thinks is just completely normal, and it's not. So that's the reason why I tried to tell her somewhat about her, and I felt sorry for her, and I wanted her to get out of it, and I wanted her to start rebelling away from her people who she thought she loved, and the people who normalize this abuse and this terrible, terrible thing. They think people think that, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. It's not that bad whatsoever. It's just like, no, it's not the fact that of the fact of him exposing himself, not just the fact of him exposing himself, but him being so close to his actual family, and then normalizing the fact that he'd be naked around them constantly. And just lazy and a complete piece of shit. And the reason why I think that he has found some success is because he's found like-minded people. And that's the only way that I think that he would be even close to being a type of successful person if they were ever to find out about anything that he did or things that he did with his children. I don't know what he did with his children, but I know that it was good. And then he would basically be I guess his reputation would be ruined, and so and hopefully people understand that there are people's reputations at stake, and their reputation about them making the craft alcoholic beverages and all those other things would be ruined if they were to understand that they used to walk around naked in front of their children constantly. Oh no, and he wasn't a nudist, but mind you, he wasn't a nudist at all. He would just walk around with his robe open. And no underwear on. And this kind of like this normal thing, I guess.
You stupid fucking cow! Have another glass of Chardonnay, why don't you? I have to deal with you! And marijuana is changing you somehow! At least marijuana is natural, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe so, but I'm not telling everyone our child's secrets! Tell me! How? Another drink, Kelly! Oh, hey, kiddo! Daddy's gonna go upstairs to his room. He's gonna go get a drink.
That's the reason why I didn't say anything about it normally. People didn't realize this whole thing happened and kept happening in certain ways in certain places with certain people, and how they were able to become so successful is not cool at all or awesome for their family. It's fucked up and it's stupid, and I wish it didn't happen. I wish that he was bankrupt. I wish that they would understand that, yes, I wish they had a little bit more strife in their family, and the reason why
Fucking bitch! Fucking hate you!
he is eating his self stupid. But that's the point, is there are a lot of times where people don't have normalized lives. They don't have lives that are fun and nice to be around. They're
Well, run along and play with your friends, honey. The world won't save itself, you know.
So that's the reason why I don't like talking about it. I don't like normalizing it, and I don't like saying that these people that I know are fucked up, or the people that I understand to be completely and utterly abusers, and they don't acknowledge that, because they believe that it was completely normal, because the girls had to learn about sexuality sooner or later, and sooner better than later, because I'm guessing that's what his actual whole idealisticness was about himself abusing his daughters and son, most likely.
Looks like I'm gonna catch me some Dorothy.
It's so bad, and it sucks, and I wish I could say the name, but the point is that it's over. They're out of the house, all of them. And one of them is still going through it, and that's the reason why I was really pissed off and wanted to get to know her and let her know that everything's gonna be okay. But she didn't care. She was just always going out and always constantly staying away from her parents. But she knew what it was. She knew how it was. She knew the reasons why it was bad, but she didn't know that she was being abused. She didn't know that her mind was getting slowly manipulated into believing that every single person that comes to her is going to be completely shitty, whether they want to have sex with her or not. Like, this point too is just really weird. It's just like, I don't know why dudes have normalized the friend zone, I guess, because you can have romantic feelings for anyone. Like, women who believe that their friends don't want to fuck them, like, that's dumb. Like, you're just staying inside your own dad's head right there. You're realizing that your dad's head.
You have nothing to lose except poor quality.
And that's the real reason why I think that I left it all behind and stopped being friends with her and stopped being friends with some of the people that I thought were pretty fucked up and stupid, and they just decided that, yeah. And understanding that these sort of he's dead. There we go. And this is the reason I think that it's actually, like, fun to play, like, make-believe with kids. And, with my nieces, at least. And not any other kid, obviously. But, and he's dead. And then we'll get rid of them with a minion. So, alright, so here we go. We're gonna try heal. I'm gonna put a fucking thing away. Alright, so, and then I'm gonna move my character hopefully over and do the thing that takes away their damage. Takes away their life, and then they're bleeding, and hopefully he dies as soon as his turn comes in. And he is dead. So that's it. Everything's done. Everything. Yeah, that's the reason why I did not want to be around her. I did not want to always be around her, and I wanted to get her away from whoever she was with constantly because of her normalization of constant abuse and things that were just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And her not understanding her abuse or understanding that her father was just a sick, twisted, demented person and trusting him is the reason why a lot of it was wrong. And the reason why I just knew that somehow she was gonna always think of me as that dude that threw dirt at her and not think of me as an actual person with feelings or trying to help her or anything like that. She would just literally just use excuses and constantly make it to where she was the one either in trouble or she would make it to where she was the one that was making all the decisions because it made her feel like she was confident, made her feel like she was truthful and honest. But that's the point, is people who are abused want to feel like victims. And if they don't have someone to make them feel like a victim, to make them feel like they're on a constant path to abuse and mental and physical, in some ways, degradation, they don't feel normal. And until they get help and therapy, they'll never feel normal. And that's the reality of the fact. And I just can't normalize that kind of fear and anguish and pain. And And there's nothing in my life that's going to make me feel like I'm a little bit better at something. The reason why a lot of times people don't realize where someone comes from is because they're not being honest with themselves about the pain that they're going through. I gotta talk to the dude at City Walk because he's probably the reason why these ninjas are showing up. I need 2 gluten necrometer. Torments foes with overwhelming hysteria by generating a localized gluten distortion field. Bonus health plus 5 and health recovery plus 10.
Be sure you have heard of my ninjas before buying contract on your ride.
Yeah, that's funny. That's fucking awesome. Okay,
I'd like to get the city shred with the enemy style.
and that's my whole deal. Is I witnessed a girl basically be abused, and then normalize it, and then there was nothing I could do about it, because if I would have told her about it, she would have pushed me away constantly and told me that I was wrong, and that her father was amazing and awesome and provided for them, and so he should be able to do whatever he wants. And that's the normalization of fucked up things that have happened to a lot of women. And the reason why there is not a lot of ways for them to go do things, because they just normalize this abuse, and it's happened, and I've seen it in almost every single woman that I've ever met. It sucks, and it's stupid, and I realize that it's even my mom, and I realize the abuse that she went through, and the abuse that she constantly, even always happened to have happenstance, and realize that yes, she was abused, and the reason why she was abused is because she was beaten by her parents, who died when she was 13 and 18. And she was barely even able to understand what they were about, how they were about things, why they even felt the way they did.
Some of my little kitties. Can you speak to me more of them?
So that's the reason why I believe and think the things that I do. The reason why I constantly stay to myself is because I know that people were abused. I know that people were mistreated and neglected and told what to do, and terrible fucking things that were constantly normalized. And everyone normalized them because they thought that in some way they would live through it. They would live through it, and then something would keep them going. And they found some way to keep them going, and that's the only thing that I wished for them. And that could make them happy, it could make them helpful, it could make them feel a certain way, but they would understand that's the reason why I can't. The reason why I can't is because
I could have taken like 7 million seconds by now. Like, literally. Better run fast.
the reason why I couldn't is because it's just too much for a 15-year-old kid to bear. A 16-year-old kid who literally got abused and then abused someone because they were abused. And that's me, because it's fucked up, and the fact of I normalized it in my own brain too. And people don't really understand why I normalized it. They don't feel, people don't understand it. They don't realize that you can normalize abuse. And the normalization of some abuses can make you feel like you're the worst person in the world.
Good fortune today.
And
You wouldn't be trying to go down that road, would ya? That road leads to a dark and mysterious land where people go missing and no one ever hears from them again. If I were you, I wouldn't go down that road.
so I have to get a way to distract them away from the road.
Good day to take the tractor out back and back up traffic on the highway.
could put it in his way. There we go. Canada. Literally is the closest. But people don't come back. Alright, so 235, 335. Welcome to Canada. And it's a huge barrier. I know what to do. Heather? The cats. It's so awesome. So that's the reason why I left and I didn't become friends with any of them. I didn't become friends with any of them because I thought that bucket of memberry juice. Oh, that's right. I get another time fart if I get the stuff to be able to make the things with. So I already got everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to crafting, go to mission items, and I got to get some. Got to get some chocolate. I got some caramel brownies. They're like weed brownies, I guess, and I think they're weed brownies. And I have to get those from my dad, so and I probably have to get them at night. So that's the reason why I probably, yeah. But that's the reason why I felt as though there's nothing I could do and no one I could turn to. And anyone that I thought I could turn to literally proved themselves to be completely and utterly not caring about it, and they didn't give a shit. And a lot of dudes just wanted to fuck her. A lot of dudes just wanted to fuck her and thought that she was really cute and everything like that, and they just wanted to fuck her and do whatever they wanted and then not care about what the consequences or anyone else around them. So that's the reason why I think that there are a lot of different reasons why I think that there are people out there that are terrible and stupid and hurtful and hateful and just disruptive assholes that are just completely terrible at what they do. Yeah, alright, it's so no girls allowed?
No, girls.
God damn it.
No, girls. Allowed.
And that's the reason why I have this whole weight on my shoulders that has been terrifying me and wanting me to.
Alright, guys, listen up.
So if you see somebody getting abused or degraded or neglected, like a woman walking up the street and not watching her children and having them walk behind her where she is, just realize that it's in every culture. It's normalized in every culture.
We let the house go do this on their own. We're the douchebag franchise they say we are. Why would Freedom House work with us? Don't forget the nicknames all buddy in Freedom House now. Lord can trick them into an assault on the lower level of the police station. And meanwhile, we'll sneak in and bust past the alley.
You're probably gonna get the Freedom House killed.
And And then whose superhero franchise would be number one?
We can't make a permanent class.
Everyone get home to bed. We have a big job to do tonight. That'll be all. Go home and wait to hear from the freedom house. What do you want now? What? Again with the puppy. Are you fucking kidding me right now? No, you kid. Absolutely not. You cannot have another class. Look, I'm sorry about what happened to your mother. I know that you want closure, but... No, I guess I don't know how to be. You're right. Maybe you should have just one more class.
I want to see if I can do either
Plantmancer.
That's cool. Bestowed upon uncanny stuff. Let's see. There's spores making. There's plant health regeneration, I guess, or something. Plantmancer, and there's always a really cool fucking. Let's see here.
Got you here. So yeah, what do they do with the exciting? Psychic.
So I think that what I'm gonna do is
Faster.
I'm gonna go with Plantmancer because I'm not gonna wear that fucking goddamn suit though. It's stupid. I gotta go back here to do it.
I know it sounds kind of lame, but it's actually pretty powerful.
So that's awesome. I got Charm now. I'm gonna use that for a little bit.
I'll do anything for you.
The intruder was at the mercy of your will.
This guy bothering you? Hey! What are you doing? Take that shot! Jesus! How can you fight a child and an alien? Now, what is it, man?
Hello from his comment. Shoot off your charge. And open fire on one of his attackers. You and the alien glance. You can tell it trusted you. Reach the ground. So it's Mother Nature's power. Beat the alien attacker. Run to the ground. Drop an alien on the ground. Wood.
That's super cool. That's a super cool move.
Yeah, fuck your plans, kid.
And then the alien walked in. Ooh. Attack up, baby. Alright, that's fair. Okay, it's a queef, I guess. It's a plant queef. So I can resurrect people now without healing them.
But you're always on the winning side. You ready?
Ah! So stupid. Oh my god, that's stupid!
Anyway, we got work to do tonight. See you at the police station. There's nothing more to talk about. I'll be in touch
So-
tonight after your parents sleeping.
Tin character sheet. Turn on tin in for the night. Go to your house. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna press start and I'm gonna go to the bathroom because that's what I have to do. I will do that and I will be back. You are nobody. So or, unless you want to watch this, I don't know. Just understand that abuse is not supposed to be normalized. People themselves should understand that people have terrible things that they do. That's why I stay very distant from people sometimes. From certain people who I know are abusive or abused or both. Realize how much that is, and I realize that I am normalizing my own paranoia. I realize that, and that's kind of the reason why I'm socially starved. But it's also the reasons why I don't have COVID. So, one of the reasons, many reasons why I don't have COVID. So, if you don't do recon, if you don't ask people questions and stuff like that, you don't seem suspicious. You don't do things that are dumb. You don't do things that are stupid. You don't try to find out someone's actual intentions. You wait, and you find out. Because people themselves who are around them want to be victimized sometimes. People want to be victims. It sucks. It's stupid. And it's normalized behavior in society sometimes. And that's the reason why certain preachers and certain people get away with some very, very bad things. And then get it covered up. And people who think that that's normalized just are like, well, it was just a mistake. He didn't really understand what he was doing. And he was hurt and he was a child. And that's the reason why he has an excuse to. And that's why he's going to go to jail for about 15 and 20 years. Because obviously he needs some time to think about his actions, about the stupid things that he does, about the things that he normalizes, and the constant things that he will get caught for no matter what. Because if he doesn't have anyone to abuse, he'll find someone to abuse. If he's actually indeed an abuser. If he's just fucked up in the head, he will eventually turn into either a serial killer or a serial rapist. And that's how Weinstein went to jail. So, understanding, realizing, and normalizing certain people's pain is not fun. It's not hilarious. It's not cool to make jokes about people who have been abused or hurt or broken inside. It's not fun to make them into people who turn them into people who are eventually like outsiders, and the reason why they act socially awkward isn't because they're socially awkward, it's because they've been abused or neglected by their parents or someone else or anyone else that basically just didn't give a shit about them. So whenever you're in high school or anything like that, when there's a kid with black makeup on or
Sweetie, I forgot to eat your dinner. Come on, honey. Gotta eat your supper.
Did you put more of that stuff in our child's food?
Shut your fucking mouth!
How do we know that medicine doesn't have side effects, huh?
You know her child needs the medicine as much as you do. Fucking pothead! How dare you make our child choose sides? You put the medicine in his food!
for supper, champ?
This is probably the point, is I put medicine in people's food. That's probably the reason why a lot of my mom probably put medication in my food, and that's the reason why I'm on medication today. So I am more like this character a lot, but without the farts, obviously. I mean, I do fart, but they don't cause any disturbances in time, because time is not a construct of anyone else but made by people. So, because realizing that time is not real, and nor does it ever even affect anything. Yeah. So.
Dude, it's getting late. You should get home before your parents start getting suspicious.
Yeah. So realizing, understanding that, yes, the reason why I'm certainly different from any other child or person of that age group is because I am different. I'm a different kind of person. I'm just a different kind of person who understood where people were getting their abuse from, people who were abused, and people who were normalized when they were abused to constantly and utterly always abuse others.
No, kid. Get dressed and meet me out front. Hurry. Nice sweets.
So that's why a lot of times people don't normalize the abuse that happens to them. They normalize everyone else, and then they find out ways, and they find ways out. And that's the reason why.
It's about time. You know how hard it is to live mysterious.
So that's the reason why I was not friends with a girl that I was friends with for a very long time. And I might have had sexual feelings towards her, but I never acted on them. And I told her that I'd never act on them no matter what. But she still chose to believe me as one of her abusers. She chose to believe every single man is one of her abusers because she got abused by her father at a very young age. I'm guessing probably sexually. And with the behest of her mother either being there to support her or tell her that nothing was wrong and that she should go to her room or something like that, or anything. It doesn't matter if you see your parents fucking. It's the matter and the point of where your dad just decides to wear little or no clothes around you. And that is the reason why there was abuse there. And that's the reason why I did see it, and I understood it, and I thought that she was a victim. And she never wanted to admit it. She never wanted to admit any of it, that she was attracted to all of the dudes that she was with. And yes, all girls are attracted to all the dudes that they hang out with. Understandably so. The reason why they don't push those little buttons and think that, oh, he's sexually attracted to me, maybe I should talk to him. Or that's just like, no, he would never do that. The point is that understanding that anyone would never do that, the probability and the possibility are different. The probability of a dude wanting to have sex with you is 100%. Always 100%. The possibility of them having sex with you is up to you and you alone. It's called consent.
I suppose that just this once we should put our petty differences aside and work together. All right, Mr. Leon, what's the plan? I think some of us cause a diversion. Make the cops head towards us so the rest of us can sneak in without the cops noticing. Good idea. Could fire causing diversion so Freedom Pals can sneak in the front. This is all pretty coincidental. You guys should steal our weekend. Innocent people are being arrested to a shit. That's all that matters to us. Should be all that matters to you. Okay, come back at the fire gate. Bye, guys. Stand by. We gotta wait for the diversion. Come take a look at this.
Oh, man, that's strong shit. No, this is strange. You guys want to call some hookers?
What the fuck is that? Come on, let's check it out. Bring the curtain.
Come on,
The point is that
Oh, shit, criminal! And he's listening on the top!
Over it. It's all over precinct.
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
okay, I'm gonna look for things that weren't normally there before.
I guess we're doing this guys ourselves.
So, this is the reason why it sucks when you have a friend that's going through that and you can't do anything about it. It just sucks ass. It sucks so much ass, and you're never allowed to tell them about it, or else they'll literally tell you to fuck off. And that's what I was just waiting for her to tell me to fuck off. And it eventually happened, and she didn't say the words, but she meant it, and that's the reason why. So that's the reason why. And I just really thought sometimes that she wanted to be my friend. I wanted her to be her friend, and I wanted her to be okay. And it was always something else with that. It was always something else with her, and that's what I wanted her to know. And if she's out there watching or waiting or anything like that, understanding herself to be anything that she's
My turn.
Alright, so what I'm gonna put? I'm gonna put a turret right here. Over here.
Yeah, we got this, you guys.
We need backup, man! Get another black kid here!
That's it. Alright, so I'm gonna go with taking out the dudes that are protecting them. It's okay as long as
I
I'm.
remember to charge my taser!
They're shocked. So you can't go anywhere. You can't.
No weakness.
Alright, so I'm gonna heal the next character I'm able to come in to use, and he's dead. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go forth and vertically. I'm gonna put this triangle on him. I guess we'll go up. I think we'll go back and go up. And this triangle on him. Or just freeze him. I'm gonna freeze him. Or actually no. I think I'm gonna freeze. I'm gonna go square. So that's the point. As it seems, all he has to do is move up, and then okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna go with this side and stay right here, so they can't get to me. And I'm going to heal. Use a healing item. So where am I gonna go? I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna heal myself, I guess. I don't need to heal myself, I guess. But, just getting my turn. And then I'm gonna go over here and use the thing to use an antidote, I guess. And I'm gonna help him. I don't want to, I can't do it. So, yeah, it sucks. Alright, I'm putting another turret down. then so he's right there, and so he can't move. Maybe I should just... I'll show him a turn.
Time for some urban fucking renewal. You're under
No, it's ready. Next character I use. Shocked. He can't go. He's about to die. And then just make sure they don't go near him. And then I have L1, I guess, as far as a thing goes. I'm showing a square, and then I'm gonna hit him. So 109, he's down. So square. So police have gone. Undercover blackface screen. Understanding and making jokes out of all these things, and how people actually come to terms with all of their hate, their pain, their everything, their shame, and all the other different stuff. Their abuse, the abuse they dealt out, or the abuse they gave to people, unknowingly or unwittingly, and hopefully she's all right, because I hated her. I hated the way she did things. I hated her.
Just stand down, kid. Look, I know why you're here. Fed up. Because you think all cops do is harass black people. I know that you're young kids seem like cops are racist, bigoted. But you
Sometimes they are.
can't believe what the media tells you. Cops are just people. Like you. Friends. Family. People who work hard.
Damn it, get your ass upstairs.
Turn on the alarm.
This isn't going to get easier with those cops.
So here we go. Let me go here and take this. Pubes of deserted corpse. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna press time fart and go way. So I'm gonna go up here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright.
Jesus, there's another one.
So more dots. Let's go here. Let's go to the evidence room. Soiled cavity search gloves. Tantactin accelerator recipe. Locked.
Everything coming here was a bad idea. Hey, get us out of here! Logan, thank God you're here, son. Dad, what the fuck are you doing here? Get down!
So there are good cops out there. There are also many of them state police.
And they locked you up, as if my conscience was all right. What's this?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this dude and I'm going to... So he's a brawler, he's going to beat me, and it's probably going to take way more damage, so it's good for me to... He's chilled, so... Since he's an archer, it'd be harder for him to get to me, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw knives everywhere. Chilled, can't do anything. Other guys. See, he's got a lot of damage to focus on, and then I'm going to use some chilled stuff that Tweak has. Alright, so what am I going to do? So I'm going to use this time to heal someone, and I'm going to heal Tweak. So my other friend is going to set up a turret, and I'm going to set up a turret where I'm sitting, or I'm standing. So these two dudes get fucking murked. The three dudes get murked. There we go. Alright. 126, I need to do another healing item because he's low on health now. Alright, there we go. Alright, so the ultimate I should do it this way, I think, because it'll take out these two guys and we'll have a way to be able to make sure this turret... Or you know what, I'm going to go over here and do my ultimate. You know, because they can't get to the turret and it'll be a lot easier and it'll be able to stay for all the turns that it has. I'm going to go this way and then maybe this way, I guess. I want to be able to murder these dudes, but that's the point, is like, he's confused though. Right? That's a special now. So they're both confused. They're going to start turns and then turns, and I'm going to normalize beating the shit out of these dudes. Let's go with square and then actually circle and then just do this guy because he's confused already, and I just want him not to be able to take a turn.
Yeah, he's in their turn hereafter.
So he's going to beat the shit out of him. There we go. Boom. And then, so, alright, so now I have to use that both down. So he doesn't know how to, alright, drop the, alright, so here we go. I'm going to go right here, and then I'm going to go right here. I'm going to take him down. Or should I take him down? No, I'm going to take him down first, because... So it's going to take him one turn, and then I'm going to break him with the tornado, or switch places. No. Knock him back. So he's almost out of the picture, and we won. Yeah, we won. So, alright. If you find somebody, if you know somebody that's being abused, call the police. Immediately call the police. And get them checked out, because I did the wrong thing. I thought that by not saying anything... I did the wrong thing because I thought that there was some other person around the reason why they were being abused. I thought that there was some other person in the background. and I don't deserve to have her as a friend because I didn't say the right thing. I didn't do the right thing, and I used my own attraction to be able to just say what I meant and say that I liked her, and that I tried to do things on my own, and that is not the right thing to do. So it's not. It's never going to be the right thing to do. So just realize that. Never use yourself. Never try to. Holding cell access card. Let's fucking do it. Let's get these fuckers out. Because not all of them are terrible. Because people aren't terrible.
There isn't, so breaking out of jail isn't a crime, right?
I'm not seeing the ratifying
I smell a class action lawsuit. Supreme Court, here we come.
What did I tell you about playing two brothers?
I don't care what you would have been. You could have gotten hurt.
We can't get hurt. He's impervious to pain.
Is he
Is he impervious to getting his butt spayed?
That's right.
That's right.
So now we have to go after the Greek cop and then Mitch Connor because Cartman's a little asshole. Cartman is a little asshole who thinks he's funny and cool and knows how to do things. We're going to go into the evidence room. There's a bunch of coke. There's a bunch of guns. There's another evidence locker. Let's go over here. Indiana Jones rape case. Yeah. Tons of money, tons of terrible shit, tons of weed. Bunch of stuff like that. This is like the problem too, is there are a lot of cops that believe that they are above the law. There are some cops that believe that they can do things no other man can do because they have the thing, the say so to do it. And those are the ones that you need to worry about, the people who have a certain ability to try to, like, what's the word, abuse people, basically, and that's the reason why I think a lot of times people just like, oh, the good old boys or the blah blah blah, and they just don't. No, they're abusers, they're terrible people, and they deserve to not do that. They deserve to be completely and utterly taken out of their place, out of their things that they're doing, and yeah. That's the reason why I don't think that people really understand where it comes from what it turns into, what things turn into when you feel hurt and you understand certain things. I thought it was all the way up to a certain amount of people who were actually abusing these people, but that's the reality. There are a lot of different people who believe that it is their duty and their authorized ability to be able to change the laws for whatever the reason they feel like. Okay, and then there we go. Infectious encryptor. That is called a bug. That is the reason why I don't like people's parents. I don't trust them. I don't trust anyone with them. And there we go.
This seems kind of like overkill. We might need to find a way to cut the power like last time.
Pause it. And I'm gonna move this propane tank over to this little crack here. So I guess what I would do is South Park NSA. Okay, God damn it. Oh, that's right. That's what I can do. Fucking hell, dude. Alright, I can throw my fart that way and that's what'll explode the goddamn... Oh, I'm so smart now. I'm a smart man that knows smart things. Smart people and smart. Prison tat. So, alright, so what do I do? How do I do this?
I don't see a switch anywhere. This seems kind of like overkill. We might need to find a way to cut the power like last time.
So where do I go? How do I do this? How do I do this? I have to pick up something, obviously, to like open the cell, I guess. There we go. No, invalid, buddy. Got it. I gotta do something.
Let's do this.
Okay, so now I get to go here, I guess? Or...
I got a weird feeling about this place. Ready?
Alright, I gotta do it again now. Because I have to go there. I have to go literally in there.
Clear for takeoff. Let's go again.
And what the most fucked up part is, I think, is that... Okay, alright, so... And then... So that sounded pretty boring, I guess. That sounded pretty boring, but the point is that people don't get... People don't get what abuse is sometimes, or how they feel as though the abuse that they're going through is the abuse that's happening to them at that certain moment. They don't realize the abuse. Kids don't understand that adults that are attracted to them, that are over a certain age, are they're fucked up in the head, and they don't realize that that happens a lot.
We have to sneak past this guy into that door over there.
There's gotta be a way to smell somehow.
Alright, let's go to evidence.
Nice, let's go.
Maximum security. There is a woman there. Yes. Walked about 2 miles today. That was fun. 330 pounds, so it was kind of a... I got sweaty, so to speak. And, yeah.
You know what a cop is, you kid? A cop is a slave. A robot is told not to think for himself. It's the politicians who are the real bigots. That mayor is sitting in her office telling us we have to change our ways. The only way to have a removal to raise crime in the streets. And now cops are finally able to do things the old way. Don't you see that it's better for everyone?
Oh, shit, that's Rambo.
What?
Freedom House. Come the police. Top floor.
What can I say? It's happening by the buzz. Almost by the buzz. You know, not every prisoner we have here is black. We actually do have one white guy.
This is a trap.
I'm sorry, but you left me no choice. You're still living in the summer candy cheese. Hey, kids. You want some candy?
Oh, fuck it, Jerry.
You'll excuse me if I don't want to watch this.
I love conjugal visits.
Alright, so he's gonna do that, and I'm gonna... Let's see...
Anybody have $5?
This is fucked. This is straight fucked. I gotta move him somehow, some way. I should end my turn. Circle. There we go. No, he can't get. He can't get fucking. God damn it. All right. So here we go. And I'll put him in the way to take the most damage because he has some of the most health. And then I'm gonna do circle maybe. Then I'll just slow him. His defense is down, so I'll be able to do more damage on him. And then I'm gonna set up a turret in front of me so he doesn't do any damage to me. And I'm gonna put it right in front of here. So that character is good.
Looks like you need to eat. Blood growth pressure.
Taking away his turn. And then that'll be my turn.
You don't get to go. Well, it's a pretty tough. But now let's see how you deal with my AIDS.
Okay, so
I haven't slept in 2 years.
My AIDS always make me feel better.
alright, so him, let's see if we can go to circle and stop him, I guess. Or a triangle and then just freeze his AIDS. And then
I think I know how to handle a kid, thank you.
and then I go to here and then I press and then I don't know if I guess it really sucks that I can't freeze them both, but I can do this, do damage so and out of the way of anything And then, okay, so I'm going to do some damage to both of those guys. And I'm going to try to do damage to him and bring his speed down. Yeah. She's going to move up and then be able to get him. So I'm gonna do tornado against this dude that can't move. And then everybody's out of the way, I think. So bring him down. Close till they get to my thing though. Okay. He's cold, he can't go. And then
No kids in touching range. This is so frustrating.
alright. So I'm gonna go move there. He gets healed every single time of the aid, so let's see here. So it's my turn. I'm gonna see if I can freeze this dude. I'm gonna go here and then freeze him. That'll kill him. So one of his is gone. And then I'm gonna kill this other guy. Defense down, or just area 2 down. I'm gonna take my revive heal. I'm gonna get out of the way. I'm gonna go over here, I guess, and then give a healing item to a revive to tweak.
Want to see if we can all squeeze into my little war picture pants?
And now tweak can do elemental damage to every single person around him. So that's what's good, I guess. So it's ready, and now I'm ready to fuck shit up. Let's fucking go, dude. We get a handy dandy healing knife. I think that people really don't understand. I think he's gonna be confused, so he's gonna. His aid's gonna be confused, and that's how I'm gonna take him down. So hopefully he doesn't ask for more aids, I guess. But, okay, that dude's confused, and then I'm gonna put another. Hopefully, no. I'm gonna shoot a tornado right here, and then brings him down. It's expired, so it's done. So now I get to put another turret down as a kid. So, alright. And then he has.
No kids in touching range. This is so frustrating. I'm gonna kick your ass.
It's really bad. Really, really bad. And it's the truth that he used literally Subway to molest more kids, which was fucked up. Okay, so I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna do the triangle knife, or the devastation square. Triangle knife is probably better because it gives him bleeding. So I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna see if I can freeze this dude, so he didn't have a chance to heal him. At least for 2 turns.
Get any worse.
That's just 1 turn. Okay. So I'm gonna put another turret, but I'm gonna put it right here, I guess. I'm not fucking, what the fuck? Oh, he's right there. Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna put it right here into this dude, and so to kill him. I'm gonna stand back, because I don't want to be anywhere near his enraged fucking bullshit, and now I'm blocked, so. Hopefully it doesn't ask for more. Let's go with confusing, I guess. Or you can't be that way, they can't be confused. Alright, let's just bring his defense down.
That kid made me feel funny.
Okay.
No kids inside.
There we go. So we can't bring down my stuff. Push away his turn again. And then let's bring him something. He can't be chilled. He can be brought down, but I'm going to bring him down 95. And then I'm going to go on the way, but I'm going to press square, I guess, and knock him back. Or maybe I'll just heal and get away from him. Okay, yeah, I'll throw a duel. I'll stay over here and end my turn. And then I'll stay over here and end my turn. Okay. Alright, I'm ultimate ready, and now I think I'm going to come back into the fray and use the healing key of wisdom, and then resurrect myself from death. Titties, probably. Just titties everywhere. Lots and lots of titties. It's like, I love titties, but I shall be alive. And he resurrects all the time, so.
No kids in touching range. This is so frustrating.
So we got him. I'm just gonna use him for damage resolution, so. He is dead, but he is always on the playing field. And there we go. And now I'm gonna, he's in range. I'm gonna go back, go right here, and then team down a little bit, and then Tupperware Boys gonna bring him down the rest of the way. Alright, so bring him down a little bit, and then I can't. Oh. He shot. So, and now he's gonna go, and I'm just gonna skip my turn, and then he's gonna get murdered by the goddamn book. And now he's dead. Expired, and now it's my turn. Triangle, bring his speed down, and he's done for.
I'm about to give you a lesson in pile theory. Get it? Pile theory.
He slowed me, and then kill Tweak. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna whoop that ass. He's constantly got fucking goddamn turns. So there he goes. He's dead. And he's done for because of that shit. And I did it. And that's how I ruined the life of a child molester. By talking about him on live fucking television or Webby Vision. Woo! And that's the reason why you should not trust people sometimes. They are not people. Are not your friends sometimes. They are not. They do things and they say things just to get whatever the stuff they want done. Certain people are terrible. They're stupid and they're dumb. And they believe that they should be protected. They do things, but that's where the abuse starts.
How should I know? I'm just a sandwich guy.
Nuke it, mark his face.
What? Please, hiding. There's more cells down below. Come take that elevator. Go down there. They don't come back. What's the code? How should I know?
Yeah, I just need to type it in. 1477. Please. I'm sorry. It's just that I like being with children, you know, because I never had a childhood of my own. Yeah, that's it. I like kids because I never had a childhood.
The point is that anyone will use any excuse to be able to be properly understood, and that is why I would put serial rapists and serial killers in the same group, and then put raccoon meat in all of their food if I ever fart on Jared, obviously. Don't spare people. The red flag mission, bitch. That's what a red flag mission is all about. There we go. So 1, 4, 7, 7. We're going down. And this is the spider. Alright. Caring for your elder god. There we go. Symptoms of white meat ingestion include, but not are limited to, nausea, nasal congestion, nasal congestion, loss of appetite, headache, diarrhea, ringing of the ears, inability to produce eggs, and death. Ugh. Successful feeding, no losses. Very hungry, left extra snacks.
There's nowhere else to go but down here.
Alright. Feeding your elder god. Hence the reason we're going to the vendor and we're going to sell some shit. We are going to sell this. We got $101. That's we need $5,000 to get off the to buy the things. We're going to sell all of these. Fan of contractual protection. Defense booster developed by City of Ninja Service deactivates its use beyond an 8-hour shift or denied lunch or rest periods. Might changes literally. Okay, so that's 48 cents, 60, 59. Ego Blaster. Chains of Huffy, Nether Talisman. Hyperglass. It's 80. Oh, cool. Chubway. Nice. Song of the Drunk. It's 80. It's 100. So I'm going to use that. But let's go with Infectious Encryptor. What does it do? Might change this 10, I guess. I'm going to also change some of my moves as we are like ready to fight this motherfucking thing. It's 100. It's 72. Down. It's 50. 83, 68, 66, 85, 70, 70, 70, 70, 92, 100, 72. I'm going to use a lot of the 100 things and keep the 90s, and then, yeah. And I'm going to get some I'll get some components. 13, 12 on tonight, 65, 42, 1. Alright, so, and then buy back some tortillas. Scoop sports bars. And 50. So I need a lot of those things. Patriot bar. Component, pack of zip ties, medication for the criminally insane children. Let's go back, and let's go to crafting, and let's craft some cheesy. Annihilation Overthruster, Tachyon Accelerator, 95, Oracle of the Deviant, Prismatic Eye, it's 80, Tachyon, 72, 72, 72, 60, Say 58, 58, 40, 28, 28. This one, 105, 105. And that's a different crafting thing. So let's go to crafting the consumables. Crafting consumables. And we're going to get... How many revive serums do we have? I have 35 revive serums. I only have one entered into. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Mark? No, Mark's not home yet. Why? What's going on? You got asked to go to where? A funeral? A funeral for a friend? Well, I have a jacket that might fit you, but I don't know. I guess. I mean, I have pants too, and a button-up T-shirt that will probably fit you. So. Oh well, my blazer's blue, so it might be like something different. So, yeah. All right, cool. Ask him. All right, call him. All right. Why don't you just let me give you his number? I'll text it to you. All right. All right, bye. So my friend is invited to a funeral. I don't know why invited to funerals happen, I guess. So here we go. Mark it. Let's see here. Back. Go to contacts. Phone. Contacts. GIF. Details. Allow. Dot 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 dot. All right, that's his number. So. Need an enriched antidote. I'm going to make maximum antidote. And then I'm going to make a macaroni picture. I am now going to take a poopy because poopy break is what the doctor ordered. Poopy break. Poopy break is the best thing ever. Now I'm going to change my moves, I guess. Junior moves up and be able to do some damage and confusing people and shit. Make them hit their own people, I guess. We keep on doing it. Okay, I'm going to go Tequila Grande. I need to make at least 20 of these. And then sort of moderate amount of health. Okay, 23. Alright, so we're going to go to artifacts and we're going to go boost up our stuff. Okay. Awesome, I guess. We're back. Yeah. Well, that's the end of it right now. The reason why being is because I'm supposed to pick up something somewhere. And I will say not the thing is, but I'm going to change 100. First ally slot gains 1 move. A team member in the first ally slot gains 1 move. Regenerates 10% of your max health each turn. Healing items provide 100% more health to any team member. I'm just gonna go to 10%. Cryo for them for freshness. Primordial goo from mysterious fathers has regenerative effects. It's so bad. All right, let's go with that one. 650. So now we have to go to our minor slots, and we have to go up to something that's 80. And then we got knockback plus 26. And then we have to go to 95, 95, 80, and let's see here. 72, 72. Let's go to 72 and put that there. And then remove our DNA. Pheromone infusion. All right, I think that's going to work with the powers that I have, or the powers that I'm going to get. They're going to go with. Let's go with. I think I'm going to keep this move because it does so much damage in so many different directions, I'm gonna replace this move, I think, because it's not as good as people might think. And I'm gonna go petals, cleansings, exfoliates, and applies attack up to the hero and nearby allies. Spiky tendril with the most irresistible pheromones, pulls, damages, and charms an enemy. Root burst. The plant mancer on right here. I'm in my room. What's up? I'll do it. Yeah. You're welcome. I have the key too. All right.
The Mazda's running.
Oh, the Mazda's running?
Here.
All right. Yeah. I'm supposed to be with you. Okay, alright, cool. She's making the order right now. She's gonna call me when it's ready. Okay? I'm just gonna leave then. Alright, so we're getting that. And then instead of Ice Prison, I think I want to do something on my Assassin's board to give me a better chance of avoiding hits. Damage and bleeding. And I'm going to change my ultimates into something that the Plant Mancer would do. And I think that it's all just help on the power of Mother Nature to revive and heal all KO'd enemies. It's a miracle. Yes, that would be awesome. And then because I got a turret guy, I got all the things I need, and shadow swap. Foe deals damage and becomes invisible because you didn't see nothing. And then I'm gonna keep the spin slash, but maybe I should do something that's like a little bit more like I can put myself in the maybe I should. Spiky tendril with the most irresistible pheromones, pulls, damages, and charms an enemy. Heals, cleanses, and exfoliates, and applies attack up on the hero and nearby allies. So that's the point, is I'd much rather, in lieu of damage, I'll damage them and then I'll charm them, but that's the point, is most bosses can't be charmed, so I might as well use something from the Assassin's thing. 192, 140, 192, because I can do 200 damage on this one alone. So that's what I'll do. I'll change to the Brutalist, and that's what I'll do. So, alright, that's my thing. And then I gotta bump up on Spunk, health, then move, I guess, and then back. Go back to the artifacts, see if they need to be changed. 72, 60, 40, 80, 95, 95, 80, 60, 80, 70. Let me see if I can go to crafting and craft some artifacts that are 105, and that's a down one. So I'm gonna do that one. Is that 105 as well? So wires to additional glands and zero latency neural network powered by state-of-the-art conflict resources. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna craft that, and then I'm gonna craft this, because these are all both minor things. I'll be able to put them, and I'll be able to completely and utterly make myself. So this is 95. I'll be able to make another one. So I'm gonna make another one. So just in case I have another one, let's go to artifacts again. Look at my minor slots. I'll be able to put in new artifacts, maybe. So 105. So 16 health plus damage. It's up, I guess. And then critical damage strike. That's awesome. Okay, so I'll be able to do more critical damage. And so alright. Okay. And then I'm gonna save. Okay, inventory. Consumables, mission items. Glyphs out. Time bending essential gas produced by consuming the legendary Enchirito empowers you with the time fart. mission items. So now I'll go into my.
I got a bad feeling about this place.
So I'm going to consume. See if we go to forensic. Locked. Locked. It's probably the way out.
Where else to go but down here?
So morgue, obviously, you're going to put on your shoes. Start getting ready to glow. Yeah. And that should be good. Okay. Slip in here. Cocaine laced urine sample. Forensic room key. What's in here? Cavity search gloves and duct tape. So we're going to the forensic room. It's probably going to be the boss.
What was that?
Hello?
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 Hello? Someone there?
Yes, no one's
Someone's
there.
there.
Or else
Or else they would have said something. All right then.
It,
It's just me and you, Kenny. No one's gonna find us in here.
Come on.
Come on.
Give me
Give me that good stuff.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Hold still. Oh,
Oh,
the
Ned,
cat
the
got
cat
away.
got away.
Can't see a
They
thing.
can hear.
Sounds like
Sounds
the
like
cat's
the
getting
cat's
into
getting
the
into
toxic
toxic
chemicals.
chemicals.
That's not
That's
good.
not good.
I hope those weren't the toxic chemicals I was just talking about. Broken floor just now.
so,
No, I think they were.
Right. Those chemicals mixed
Mixed
together
together
on the floor will turn into gas. Kill me in seconds. Blast
Blast
it.
it,
There's
there's
the
the
gas.
gas.
Yes.
It's
It's
definitely killing me now.
bleh.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, thank
Oh,
God.
thank God.
Exhaust.
Exhaust.
Sucking up tons of gas. I'm not gonna die.
No.
Where's that
Where's that
last
last
cat?
cat?
I think the cat just jumped into the exhaust fan. Gas is filling up the room. It's killing me again. I'm dying again.
I'm trapped in here. Stuck in here. Somebody help me.
Understandably so. The reason why this is funny is because cat's urine is absolutely toxic. It actually has ammonia in it, and the reason why they're actually sometimes, it's really fucked up. It really is fucked up. Like, it's like, and then it's really fucked. Like, it really sucks that the cat's urine is, because that's a lot of times it's got ammonia in it, and also there are times where certain ammonias are used in the different jailhouse concoctions. Tight. Didn't kill a turtle at all. And that's the reason why I don't. It can actually make you go crazy. People don't realize that it can cause paranoia. People don't understand that. Yeah, it causes a lot of different things. It's fucked. It sucks. It really does suck. And all right, so I died. How did that happen? All right, so I'm just gonna save, and I'm gonna end it here. So save here. You are your own one-person bomb squad. You can defuse situations that you think are happening, and if they are, call the proper authorities. Don't get yourself in the mix. Don't think you can save a person just by being there. Don't think you can actually help someone that is that's happening to have the abuse, and go to the proper authorities. Even if they don't handle it correctly, they're handling it in a way that will help you and make you feel safe. So realize when someone is being abused, and realize that you should make the right choice, and not the choice that I made, which is the reason why probably we're not friends anymore. And so yeah, be yourself, and have a good day. Bye-bye. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm ready.